Welcome to the Bard's Table. This is the Curse of Stephenarros, a brand new D&D adventure with a handful of people you may or may not know. Hopefully you already do. We're going to just jump right into this episode, special session 0, and introduce the players. The land is called Aehtel. The players are coming from all over the basic island of Aehtel. They've all been predetermined by fate or by gods or by some unusual bear mark left on some leather to go and travel to an inn that sits about 2 days west of Hammer's Bend. As the players have gotten their missive to go, the first one to arrive traveled farthest, somehow beat everyone else. She is someone you don't even know yet, but she waits patiently at the inn, waiting for the players to get there. As she waits, has a couple ales, a fabulous sorcerer comes to the front of the door of the magnificent inn. If it loads. Really? We're going to have technical difficulties now. There we go. It is a 3-story building. And as this fabulous sorcerer comes to the front door, he is greeted by a young boy of probably 15 years of age. And he asks, "What can I help you with today, sir?"
Well, son, you're a bit too young, but I would die for a glass of white wine right now.
Well, absolutely. Go into the front door, and to your left, you will see the tavern part of the inn, and you are more than welcome to go in.
Thank you, darling.
And basically, as you go into the inn, it's a sparse afternoon. Not a lot of people there. There is a particular barmaid that is working today, and an elder gentleman walking around. I will show everyone the barmaid. She will be the one helping you get your wine today, and everyone else as they arrive. And in the back, you will see an older gentleman who is, he looks even older than he appears somehow. The eyes look far more ancient than you would think. So as you go into the inn, have a seat at your discretion. There is a individual playing by the piano who's decided to play a lute to practice. Not that great, but it's at least enjoyable. And as you order your magnificent wine, another individual arrives 5 minutes later. This individual coming from what is basically the far north of the map, where Kissing Rivers would be if it was marked on the map. Looks like a Viking princess on a magnificent horse, and she rides up to the front door as well. My lady, how can I help you today?
I need a drink.
Absolutely, and I can take care of your horse and take her around back and put her in the stables if you'd like.
Yes, very much. Thank you.
Okay. Well, go on in the first door on your left, and they find a seat, and you'll be able to have a drink of your choice. And as you go in, you see the barmaid serving. Oh, because he stands out the most in this room, this fabulous sorcerer that I cannot accurately describe. So, if Vincent would love to describe his character as he appears to you, that would be awesome.
Well, just imagine a man of, say, 50 to 55 years old, stunningly gorgeous, dressed in a fabulous glittering robe, which seems to swirl iridescently, all different colors. His hat, appropriately befeathered, just sits on his head effortlessly as he goes outside to smoke a cigarette. And she walks in and catches him at the end of his phrase where he's regaling his fellow patrons. Says, and then I said, I cast mend butt crack. And the bar erupts into laughter.
And how does this magnificent barbarian princess respond to that?
Is the seat taken next to you?
Oh, absolutely not, my dear. Please, please, avail yourself.
And as you sit down, the barmaid comes over and asks, how can I help you today?
Ale, please.
Absolutely. Okay, let me find mine.
I was gonna say, Ale, are you sure you don't want a brandy Alexander?
My lady, you come from the north, don't you?
Yes, I do.
I have the perfect drink for you. I will go fetch it. Give me a couple minutes. And she comes back shortly thereafter with a northern ale made by the halflings of Aehtel Mist that you've had before in your travels. It's a decent one. It's not strong like you would prefer, but it's good enough. And as you take your sip, another individual on a horse with a long golden mane of hair comes riding out and up to the front gate. And the servant, exhausted having just taken the barbarian's horse, lets out a little sigh like, oh God, another horse. Okay. Good sir, how can I help you today?
Is there any way I can, or anywhere I can place this horse somewhere?
Absolutely, we can take care of that for you. Don't worry about it. Go on in. You're one of them half elf fellas, aren't you?
Indeed, I am.
Okay, you looked a little young, but if you're half elf, okay, you're old enough to drink. First door in your left after you go to the main door, that will be where the tavern is. Help yourself. I will go put this horse in. God, I hope no one else shows up here in the next 5 minutes. Go on in.
Thank you, kind sir.
So as you go in, take your seat to the left. The barmaid comes up to you. I don't know where you wish to sit, but go ahead and sit freely. And she comes up to you and go, can I help you with anything?
Give me some of your best ale, please.
Ooh, you know what? You have elvish blood. I'm going to give you some of that and a skill and fruity crap because I know you're going to like it because you have those little pointy ears. I'll get it for you. Hold on. Just give me a second. I'll go get that for you too. And you go sit down, and a few minutes later, she brings you that beautiful golden, foamy, barely alcoholic elvish drink and sits it down in front of you.
I'll
And
take a
with-
few sips then.
You're kind of disgusted by it. About 10 minutes later, a rugged-looking individual who looks like maybe he's seen a battle or two is slowly sauntering toward the front of the inn. Thankfully, the little servant boy out front has had time to catch his breath. And he looks at the individual. He gives a little bit of a sniff, like he caught some foul wind, but it probably doesn't have anything to do with this traveler who's definitely exhausted and has seen better days. Good day, sir. Are you a ranger?
I don't saunter.
He thinks she does.
I still don't know what I haven't figured out how to characterize this guy, but Yes. Why, yes, I am.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. I haven't met too many rangers recently. I thought there for a moment we would never see one again, but thank goodness you're here. This inn will be blessed. I know the innkeeper will absolutely love you. So go on in. You know what? Tell him Bertrude is going to pay for your first drink.
Why, thank you.
And as you go in, you find a seat wherever you want. And the barmaid comes up. Can I get you anything?
Beer.
Ah, I know perfectly what you want. I know it. Let me go grab you something and we will get it for you. And everyone's sitting there having refills, having a little bit of snack. And time is ticking by from noon to 1 to 2 to about 3 because someone decided to roll a 1 for initiative. He finally makes it
for my nat 1.
Attaboy.
He finally makes it to the front door. An individual and the servant who was almost half asleep because it's been that kind of a slow day. How can I help you, sir?
He's so slow because I cast 10-ton ball sack.
I'm looking for someone. You are not them.
I think I'm relieved by that. Who are you looking for?
I'll know when I get in there.
Then absolutely, please do not let me hold you up. Go on in. If you want the tavern part, it's the first door on your left.
Thank you. And I stroll in, scanning the crowd, like Peter Lorre contemplating a crime.
So there are probably no more than 15 people, counting the 4 other players at the table, who are wondering how long they were going to sit before someone would approach them with, like, they're here for a reason. So many of them at this point had probably figured out there's probably more people that were coming. That seems like, okay, why are we doing this? And as you sit down, wherever you decide to sit down, the barmaid comes over and go, how can I help you?
I'll have your rum or whatever equivalent you have here.
We do have some good spirits here. The fine folks over at Domershire have a special spirit that will definitely curl your toes a little bit. So I will bring you that. So she goes back into what is the kitchen and grabs a little glass for you and comes back out. And she leans over at your table and says, yeah, you know, those 2 over there have been sitting there for a while. The other 2, both strangers, they're sitting alone. I know why you're all here.
Well, could you point me to the person who has summoned me here?
That is a loaded question. Because no one here has summoned you, she tells you. But I know Eldrin can help get it together. I'm assuming you have a message.
Yes, I am with the monks of Palsady, and I am here to evaluate their endeavor that they have planned.
Yes, you're definitely have the strides of a monk, so let me go get him for you. And sure enough, a couple minutes later, the innkeep, the elder gentleman, comes over to your table and sits down. I'm Eldrin. I assume you have a message.
Yes, I'm Cal, and I present them with the message.
Perfect. Eldrin then looks at the rest of the players pointedly and holds up your message. And he just smiles at each of you.
I get up from the stool. I walk towards Eldrin and hand him the sheet of paper. And
Excellent.
then sit down next to the monk.
You have
With an appraising look on my face.
the smell. You have the smell of the ocean upon you. Okay, I know where you come from. We're good with this.
Wait, he has the smell or I have the smell?
You have the smell, and
I
you
was
have
gonna
no
say-
clue what he's talking about.
Because this monk smells like ass.
I know, but that
He
is what he
smells like
tells
a
you.
dung heap, and he has no knowledge of his potential.
But he looks at the two of you and go, "I'm glad that you're here." As soon as the other three, and once again he stares over at the other three. If you want to go get them, they're important to what you were brought here to do.
Well, get on over here, kids. Apparently something is afoot.
If the rest of the people who haven't received a message aren't over here in 10 seconds, I'm going to cast annoyingly slow Wi-Fi.
I'm there. I'm right there.
You already cast it, fucker. I'm blaming all my technical difficulties on you and my retardation. Did you
There we go.
cast and enhance my retardation? Because
I was keeping that one back.
not so strong next time. I will also hand
Flamingo.
hand him my sheet and tell him that I will keep the dagger that he stuck it to the tree with.
Okay. And I think I heard Janie. You said you were joining as well.
Yep.
EP.
I'd stand up and say, "Here you go. Here's the message I think you gave me."
Okay.
So
So he has the five of you now. He looks over at someone else at another table and just kind of gives a nod. Then the next thing you know, that person goes over to the piano and conjures up a magical harp. And then another person joins in with a flute.
Oh, God, we're surrounded by bards.
So they start to play, and you notice they're playing at a volume that is perfect for basically only the six at the table to have a conversation, and no one else can hear it.
Bravely brave Sir Robin. Sir Robin
Ran away. So Eldrin goes, "I am the innkeeper of the mythical moose. I have been here for 5 decades. This is what you would call holy land. No one is allowed to fight. No one is allowed to thieve without significant repercussions. I know why you were brought here. And matter of fact, in a handful of minutes, I'm going to take you into another private room. And you are going to meet an individual who is responsible for bringing you here today and who sent you to me to help take care of you. As long as you're under her guidance, your rooms will be free, your meals will be free. Because I don't know if you know, the realm is changing. I can feel it in my bones. And if you step outside barefoot, you can feel it in the earth itself. Aehtel is not right. I know you are novices in this game of life, but there's something about each of you I can feel it as well. And as soon as you entered the inn, I knew as well. But before you can meet with this individual, I need to know that whatever we say and what is ever said there has to be kept to yourself. Do you make this promise?
Yes.
I do.
I may be many things, but I am no oath breaker. I'll keep your secrets.
Only if the room is called the champagne room.
There is actually one on the second floor. We will be fine.
Outstanding. I'm in.
Super.
So he gets up, leaves the room, notes to the barmaid to take care of everyone else. 5 or 6 minutes later, he comes over and says, "Follow me," and heads over to the room of the inn with the 2 gigantic tables that have a beautiful, amazing spread of roast duck, chicken, a little bit of venison, all the alcohol VC could drink. And you feel at ease in this room. Like you cannot even hear the harp and the flute just 20 feet away anymore.
Thank God.
I swear to God, if this place becomes a barred bar, I'm out of here.
Oh, if you only knew.
I see ducks. I see chickens. I don't see any lightly fried rabbits. What?
No rabbits.
Ah.
It's duck season.
Wabbit season.
Duck season.
Wabbit season.
Duck season. So he gives everyone a nod and he leaves. Coming from the room on the left, with fire backlighting her, you see a cleric of Lathander enter the room. And yes, Ordy, she's a redhead.
Of course she is.
Nice.
They knew how to keep me here.
She walks in. She does have this air of, well, superiority about her, as most clerics of Lathander do. And as she enters the room, the door magically closes behind her.
I can.
I am.
That too.
I am Lady Calinth, devout of Lathander. Please have a seat. Hopefully you do.
I continue to stand.
As do I.
reluctantly. And it's
Okay.
been a long goddamn walk, so I sit.
Not a problem. She continues. I have asked the innkeeper to bring you here because each of you arrived at this inn by means I have learned to watch for. One of you was released, not cast out, but permitted to leave sacred ground when staying would have meant stagnation. One of you survived when survival itself made no sense. You found your steps aligning with opportunity rather than chance. One of you was sent by a dream that did not remain a dream, leaving proof behind when waking should have erased it. One of you walked here because mercy made you a liability and movement was the only way to escape. And one of you was placed here deliberately. Unbound magic set near a fault in the world to see how it would respond. And she said this without looking at any of you. They are not the same kind of arrival, she says. They were not shaped by the same belief or the same power or even the same intent. And that is why I paid attention to your story. There have been 6 attempts to lift the curse that falls upon the land of Aehtel. Every one of them relied on unity of doctrine, of blood, of magic, or at least of will. She shakes her head disapprovingly at this. All of them failed. this gathering here before me has none of these unities. Hell, 3 of you probably shouldn't be here in the same room together, but here you are. And this does not trouble me at all. For Lathander does not grant me certainty, he grants me mornings. And I awoke this morning for the first time in a long time that the night did not hold entirely over me. Knowing that this land has already endured 100+ years of this curse that we're just now really starting to feel, I have to ask you, and it's a big ask, but the rewards, the rewards will be life-changing. How can I entice you to basically do what 6 others before you have failed? If the answer, of course, is no, you are free to leave this room and face whomever was the individual responsible for setting you forth here. But I hope that maybe together, in your complete oddness, seriously, barbarian princess, I don't know what this sorcerer is, but yet he stands before me.
I'm fabulous, thank you.
And you do look it. You do look it. I will grant you that. But there is a reason I have to trust Lathander that brought you here to me to help complete this. And know, if you complete this, I will offer all and every healing I can as long as you return here. And I will help guide you when I can. Please enjoy the meal. Talk amongst yourself. Get to know one another. And I will come back in the morning and hopefully I will have an answer. And with that, she bows. And she absolutely goes back into the room that she came out of. And the doors disappear. Engage.
Well then, time for food.
Open bar, right?
Yes.
All right then.
100%.
I make myself a plate, grab another drink, and sit and just observe for the moment. As everybody sits in awkward silence.
No, I step up to the table, I grab a bottle of wine, saunter over to the window, and begin to fill my pipe. Because yes, my wizard is going to smoke as much as I do. I'm just letting you know that.
He makes his own fog of cloud of fog.
So, don't everyone talk all at once.
Right. We're all just kind of staring each other down, just like, you know, the good, bad, and the ugly, eyes shifting across one another.
Please, there's no reason we should remain silent. I mean, if I was going to use violence, I would have cast Piss Tornado the moment I walked into the door.
You definitely have a way, don't you, sir?
Oh, I try to be memorable. For lack of a better term.
Miss, you're a long way from the north.
Yes. I get up and I get 2 plates of food and I sit down and start eating, so I'm not really answering.
Chatty gal.
I'm going to step in here a moment as DM and
demand that everyone talk to each other.
No, PK.
Huh?
Can you give me a history check off your character sheet?
Check. Oh.
Okay. let's ignore that. Continue. Nothing like a 1 on a history check.
So far, aside from initiative, we are 2 nat 1s. That's
We're on
fantastic.
a good roll.
I look forward to our first encounter.
Yes, I can't be the one with the highest charisma in the room. Well, yes, I can, but someone else has to be at least charismatic as me. Someone maybe chatty, interested in meeting other people, has interesting stories to tell, maybe, possibly. Or should I just carry on drinking and smoking and ignoring you? I don't want to do that. We're here for a reason, as the young lady said.
VC above the table stuff, it's basically you and the barbarian with the best charisma.
Sorry, guys.
My character
Well.
will just keep on looking at the plates of food because he's not seen one in 50 years.
I'd start
Mhm.
stuffing my face with food.
You
Just
soldier,
looking at
eat.
it. No problems eating. But I've already talked more times today than I have in 50 years.
Ooh, that's grim.
Yeah.
And it's probably the first time the rest of the group realizes that he is not just a halfer. He is a full-blown elf. And no, Vincent, that wasn't an innuendo to do anything.
No, I get it. I'm not going to try to seduce him until much later in the story. Because I'm going to give you a flat out warning. I'm going to try and seduce everything. If there's a gelatinous cube, I'm going to try to seduce it. So just be warned.
Okay, now hold on. Let me write a note about curvy gelatinous cubes.
Shapely, because square is a shape.
The larger the waistband, the deeper the quicksand.
God.
And that one's going into the folder.
You're welcome.
Oh.
So I can't believe you guys are making the monk talk. Well, we've all obviously been sent here for a reason or invited here for a reason. Myself, I'm been released from the order to evaluate the feasibility of this endeavor that we are all here for.
And what does your gut tell you, holy man?
That the smug cleric is not off to a good start. I'm pretty smug, and holy shit, that was smug.
What is smug?
The retarded cousin of smog.
And someone rolled for insight.
No, just she had a very up her own ass attitude, didn't she? Or is that just me picking up on that?
She was.
It might just be you.
I think it's just you.
Yeah, it's definitely you. I got a very open vibe from her. I mean, she's definitely holding something back, but she was very welcoming, very kind. I don't sense any hostile intent from her.